Heartland Season 19, Episode 3. And believe me when I say this, the trailer changes everything we thought we knew about Amy, Nathan, and Lindy's story. The new trailer is filled with shocking moments, heartbreaking confrontations, and one major mistake that could destroy the fragile peace Amy has been trying to build since Ty's death. The moment the trailer dropped, fans couldn't stop talking about it, and honestly, I can see why. It's emotional, it's raw, and it feels like Heartland is finally going back to its classic roots of love, family, and heartbreak, but with a modern twist that hits harder than ever before. From the very first seconds of the trailer, you can sense the tension. Amy looks uneasy, as if she knows she's about to face consequences she cannot escape. There's a short glimpse of her looking toward Lindy with that worried, guilty expression, the kind we've seen before when she tries to protect her daughter but ends up making things worse. Then Nathan appears, standing near the ranch fence, visibly bruised and exhausted. And that's when it hits. This episode won't be another slow family drama. It's going to be explosive, emotional, and maybe even painful to watch. Because once again, Amy's choices are about to shake everyone around her. Let's be honest here. Amy has been trying to move on, to find some sense of normal after losing Ty. We all understand that. But the trailer makes it very clear that her journey toward happiness might come at a price. We see her caught between two worlds. One where she's trying to build something new with Nathan, and another where her daughter's feelings are breaking apart piece by piece. There's a moment where Lindy looks directly at Amy, and even without words, the message is clear. She feels betrayed. The innocence in her eyes is replaced by disappointment, and it hurts just to watch. The trailer doesn't need dialogue to tell us that this little girl's world is falling apart again. And honestly, it's impossible not to feel bad for Nathan in all this. The man cannot catch a break. Every time he takes one step closer to peace, something or someone drags him back into chaos. The trailer shows him dealing with the aftermath of his sister's scandal, the same one that already stained his reputation, while also facing the awkward tension between him and Amy. You can literally see the guilt and confusion in his face. It's like he's realizing that love at Heartland doesn't come easy, and maybe he's the one paying the price for Amy. Lou confronting Amy with that classic disappointed look that only Lou can pull off. And the way Amy reacts, she looks speechless. You can tell she knows she's in the wrong, yet she's trying to defend herself. I don't know about you guys, but that's the kind of drama that makes Heartland impossible to stop watching, because it's not just about love. It's about trust, family, and the things we do to protect the people we love, even when it ends up hurting them. Another subtle but important part of the trailer is the growing distance between Amy and her daughter. Lindy's scenes are few but powerful. There's a quick shot of her walking away from Amy during a family gathering, refusing to even look back. That single moment says more than 100 lines of dialogue. It tells us that this episode will deal heavily with the emotional fallout between mother and daughter, and Amy might finally have to face the truth that her actions, no matter how well-intentioned, have consequences. We've seen Amy face wild horses, fires, and heartbreak before, but now she's facing something even scarier, losing her daughter's trust. The trailer's music does a perfect job at building suspense, too. It starts soft, almost nostalgic, with familiar ranch sounds in the background. Then suddenly, everything shifts. The tone turns darker, the tempo quickens, and you hear Amy's voice trembling as she says, "I didn't mean for it to happen like this." That line alone is haunting. It makes you wonder, what exactly did she do this time? Is it about Nathan? About Lindy? Or something completely unexpected? Whatever it is, it's big. The trailer cuts before giving away too much, but that single line has already sent fans into wild theories. Personally, I think this episode will mark a turning point for Amy's character. She's been trying so hard to keep her world together, but the trailer makes it clear that she's about to lose control. Maybe this is the moment she realizes that moving on doesn't mean forgetting the past. Maybe she'll finally open up about her guilt, her loneliness, and the pain she's been hiding for years. And if that happens, it could be one of the most emotional episodes we've had in a long time. But of course, we can't forget about Lou. She's always been the logical one, the problem solver, but also the moral compass of Heartland, at least most of the time. The trailer shows her in full protective sister mode again. And if there's one person who won't let Amy get away with questionable decisions, it's Lou. Fans already predict a major confrontation between the two, and judging by the tension in their brief trailer scene, that prediction is probably true. It's not going to be pretty, and it's definitely going to leave a mark on their relationship. And that's just the beginning. The trailer leaves us with one final scene. Nathan standing alone at Heartland, watching Amy and Lindy from a distance. There's sadness in his eyes, but also something else. Resolve. It's as if he's finally accepted that being part of Amy's world means facing pain and rejection, yet he's willing to stay. And that, my friends, is exactly why episode 3 might become one of the most powerful episodes of season 19. If the first half of the trailer left us speechless, the second half completely tore our hearts apart. There's no denying it. This episode is about consequences. The trailer clearly shows that Amy's choices are catching up with her, and this time, there's no easy way out. We see her trying to balance between being a good mother and a woman who deserves happiness, but both roles are colliding in the most painful way possible. And honestly, this is where Heartland truly shines. It's not afraid to show how messy, confusing, and emotional real life can get, even in a place as peaceful as that ranch we all love. One of the most gut-wrenching moments in the trailer comes when Lindy finally breaks down. There's a short scene where she's sitting on the porch, hugging her knees, clearly upset, and Amy is standing behind her, not knowing what to say. That silence between them is louder than any argument. It's the kind of emotional distance that makes you ache as a viewer, because we all know how much Amy loves her daughter, but love alone isn't enough when trust is broken. You can feel Lindy's pain. She doesn't just see her mom as someone who made a mistake, she sees her as someone who lied to her. And for a child who has already lost one parent, that betrayal cuts even deeper. Then we see Nathan again, caught right in the middle of this emotional storm. Poor man. He just can't escape drama no matter how hard he tries. There's a short but intense moment where he's seen confronting Amy. His tone is calm, but his eyes say everything. You can tell he's torn between understanding her and realizing that maybe being in her life is doing more harm than good. It's heartbreaking because Nathan doesn't deserve to be treated like the villain here. He's not the problem. He's just another person caught in the chaos of Amy's complicated emotions. The trailer captures this perfectly by showing how fragile their connection has become. It's no longer sweet and hopeful. It's tense and uncertain, like a storm that's about to hit. But what makes the trailer even more shocking is the way it hints at Lou's growing involvement. For once, Lou isn't just a background character who gives advice and disappears. She's front and center. The trailer shows her taking charge, questioning Amy's decisions, and even going behind her back to fix what she believes Amy is ruining. There's a strong indication that Lou will try to protect Lindy in her own way. And honestly, that could lead to one of the biggest sister conflicts in Heartland's history. You can almost predict how it will go. Amy feeling betrayed, Lou claiming she did what was right, and Lindy stuck in between them, watching her family fall apart once again. And let's not ignore that one brief, blink-and-you-miss-it scene. Nathan's sister returning, looking all smug and unapologetic. Yes, she's back. And if we learned anything from last episode, it's that she brings trouble wherever she goes. The trailer shows her exchanging tense glances with Lou, which means the next episode might feature a direct confrontation between these two strong, business-minded women. And honestly, I am here for it. It's been a long time since Heartland gave us a proper face-off between two characters who aren't afraid to speak their minds. Lou's protective nature versus the manipulative charm of Nathan's sister? That's the kind of drama that keeps fans glued to the screen. Now, about that shocking twist everyone is talking about, the scene where Amy breaks down near the stables? For a moment, she looks completely lost. It's not the confident, calm Amy we're used to seeing. It's a woman who's realizing that her actions are finally catching up to her. Her voice trembles as she says something like, "I just wanted to do the right thing." And that line hits hard because it sums up everything Amy has been going through since Ty's passing. She wants to move forward, but every step seems to hurt someone she loves. It's tragic. It's raw, and it's exactly why so many fans still connect with her character despite her mistakes. The emotional weight of this trailer is honestly something else. Every character seems to be standing on the edge of a cliff, ready to fall if they take one wrong step. Even secondary characters like Caleb appear more serious this time. We see a glimpse of him looking at Amy with concern, maybe even disappointment, as if he's questioning her choices too. And if Caleb, the easygoing, supportive friend, starts doubting her, you know things are bad. This episode won't just test Amy's relationship with Nathan or Lindy, it will test how everyone around her sees her. But here's what really got me. That quick cut near the end of the trailer showing Amy riding alone through the fields. The sky is cloudy. The music turns melancholic, and you can just feel the symbolism. This isn't just a random riding scene. It's Amy trying to escape from her own guilt, her own pain, but deep down, she knows she can't outrun it. For the first time in a long while, she looks truly alone. Like all the noise around her, the love, the drama, the expectations, finally fell silent, leaving only her and her thoughts. That one image sums up the entire emotional theme of episode 3. Facing yourself when running away is no longer an option. What's even more interesting is that the trailer doesn't show a single happy ending moment. No laughter, no smiles, no lighthearted ranch scenes. Just emotional tension building up with every frame. It's like the creators are warning us that this episode will push Amy to her limits and maybe force her to confront the one truth she's been avoiding for so long, that healing isn't just about loving again. It's about facing the pain you've buried deep inside. And if the trailer is any indication, we're finally going to see that side of Amy. So if you thought the last episode was intense, just wait. Episode 3 seems ready to break us all emotionally. The trailer is setting the stage for a showdown between Amy's heart and her conscience, between her desire to move on and her responsibility as a mother. And judging by how dark and emotional everything looks, I don't think this is going to end neatly. Someone will get hurt. Someone will walk away, and someone will finally say what's been left unsaid for far too long. The more you rewatch the trailer, the clearer it becomes that episode 3 will not only focus on Amy's mistakes, but also on how those mistakes ripple through everyone else's lives. Heartland has always been about family, the bonds, the fights, and the forgiveness. But this time, that bond feels like it's being tested harder than ever before. Every scene in the trailer carries that uneasy energy, as if something is about to break, and the worst part is, none of them even realize how close they are to losing everything. One of the most intense parts of the trailer is a small but crucial moment between Amy and Lou. Lou looks furious, and honestly, it's the kind of anger that doesn't come from judgment. It comes from disappointment. She tells Amy something like, "You can't keep hiding behind good intentions." And it feels like a slap of reality. It's raw, it's personal, and you can see Amy trying to hold herself together, but deep down, she knows Lou is right. Amy has been living in a world where she believes love and honesty can fix anything, but this time, she's realizing that some choices leave permanent marks. Lou's face says it all. She's done cleaning up Amy's messes, and that's where things start getting complicated. Because while Lou might be angry at Amy, she's also dealing with her own storm. There's a short clip of her at Maggie's diner, visibly stressed, probably trying to handle the fallout of Nathan's sister's scandal. We can hear someone mention damage control in the background, and that's when it clicks. Lou's not just protecting the family emotionally, she's protecting the business, the Heartland name. She's balancing personal pain with professional responsibility. And that's not easy. If you look closely, the trailer actually mirrors Amy and Lou's journeys. Both women trying to do what's right, both failing in different ways, and both realizing that sometimes doing the right thing means letting people down. Then comes the part that completely shocked everyone, the confrontation between Nathan and Caleb. I know, it's the one moment fans are already obsessing over. It's not a physical fight, but emotionally, it hits just as hard. Caleb looks furious, and you can tell he's protective of Amy, maybe even suspicious of Nathan's intentions. The tension is thick. Nathan's calm voice against Caleb's fiery attitude. It's one of those moments where words hurt more than actions. Caleb warns him not to hurt Amy again, and Nathan's response is simple but powerful. "I'm not the one hurting her." That line alone sends chills down your spine because it flips the entire narrative. Nathan is not the cause of Amy's pain. He's a mirror showing her what she's done to herself and her family. And that's what makes this story so heartbreakingly human. But let's not forget the emotional punch the trailer throws right after that confrontation. There's a glimpse of Amy crying in the barn, holding one of Ty's old photos. For a split second, it feels like time stops. The lighting, the silence, the trembling in her voice, everything screams regret. She's clearly thinking about how far she's come and how much she's lost along the way. It's like she's asking herself if she's betraying Ty's memory by trying to move on. That guilt, that inner battle, is what makes Amy's character both frustrating and relatable. She's human. She wants to love again, but she's terrified of what that means. The trailer captures that struggle in the most painful and beautiful way possible. Meanwhile, Lindy's role in this episode seems to grow even stronger. The trailer might not show her speaking much, but her presence says everything. There's one scene where she's seen drawing in silence, and the camera zooms in on her sketch. It looks like a family picture, but Nathan's face is crossed out. That single image hits like a punch to the gut. It tells us that Lindy is not ready to accept anyone replacing her dad, no matter how kind or gentle Nathan is. For a child her age, emotions are black and white: love or betrayal, trust or lies. And Amy, by rushing into this relationship, may have unknowingly made Lindy choose a side she was never ready to pick. Then there's Jack, the wise, steady presence of Heartland, and even he seems shaken. There's a quick shot of him looking at Amy, his face heavy with disappointment but also sadness. He doesn't yell, he doesn't argue, but that look alone says everything. You know better. Jack has always been Amy's anchor, the one person who grounds her when life spins out of control. So seeing him lose faith in her, even for a second, feels devastating. Fans are already speculating that Jack might finally confront Amy in this episode, not as a father figure, but as someone reminding her of the values Heartland stands for: honesty, patience, and family above everything. What's even more interesting is how the trailer hints at a larger theme: the idea that everyone at Heartland is at a crossroads. Lou is questioning her morals, Amy is questioning her choices, Nathan is questioning his place in their world, and Lindy is questioning love itself. It's like every character is being forced to face their own reflection, and the mirror isn't showing them what they hope to see. This deeper emotional layer is what makes Heartland Season 19 feel different. It's not just about horses and healing anymore, it's about people learning how to forgive themselves. And just when you think the trailer can't get any heavier, the final moments drop a subtle but chilling twist. There's a short exchange between Amy and Nathan where she says, "Maybe this was a mistake." And he replies softly, "Or maybe it was the truth we both needed." That line, it's simple, but it changes everything. It suggests that maybe this isn't the end of their story, but a necessary breaking point. Sometimes you need things to fall apart before they can come back together stronger. And knowing Heartland, that's exactly what might happen. Still, we can't ignore the emotional toll this will take on Lindy. The trailer ends with her voice echoing faintly, saying, "Why can't things just stay the same?" It's heartbreaking, because that's what every child of change feels: confusion, sadness, and fear. Lindy doesn't want to lose the world she knows, but life is forcing her to grow faster than she should, and that's what makes this episode not just dramatic, but deeply human. Everyone is growing, everyone is hurting, and no one really knows how to fix it. So, if this trailer proves anything, it's that episode 3 won't be just another filler in the season. It's going to be the emotional core of the entire story. It's where Amy's past, present, and future collide, leaving her with one impossible choice: to follow her heart or protect her daughter. And no matter which she chooses, someone's heart will break. At this point, it's impossible to ignore how emotionally heavy this episode is shaping up to be. The trailer isn't just teasing drama for the sake of excitement. It's warning us that everything Heartland has been building toward this season is about to explode. Amy's mistake might be the center of the storm, but everyone around her is getting pulled in. What's shocking isn't just what Amy did, it's how far the consequences will reach. You can see it in every frame of the trailer: the silent looks, the unfinished sentences, and the moments when everyone seems to be walking on eggshells, afraid that one wrong word could break the entire family apart. The most chilling part of the trailer for me is the moment where Amy finally admits she might have gone too far. It's just a quick scene, but the look on her face tells the entire story. She's not angry, she's not defensive, she's terrified. Terrified of what she's done, terrified of losing her daughter, and maybe even terrified of realizing that she's not the person she thought she was. Amy has always been the calm one, the voice of reason, the one who puts others first. But in this episode, it feels like we're about to see her break that image completely. And maybe, just maybe, that's what she needs to truly grow. The trailer also gives us glimpses of how other characters are reacting. Tim appears for a moment, pacing around the ranch like he's holding something back. It's no secret that Tim has always been protective of his daughters, even if his methods are rough around the edges. There's a high chance he'll confront Amy, not out of anger, but out of fear. Fear that history is repeating itself, that Amy is letting her emotions cloud her judgment the same way he once did. You can almost hear him saying something like, "Don't make the same mistake I made," and honestly, it would hit hard because for once, Tim wouldn't be the one causing chaos. He'd be the one trying to stop it. And then there's Nathan, still caught between trying to fix things and knowing he probably can't. The trailer shows a haunting image of him leaving the ranch, walking toward his truck with a defeated expression. It's the kind of scene that breaks your heart without needing a single word. He looks like a man who's realized that love sometimes means stepping away, especially when your presence only makes things worse. It's tragic because we can tell Nathan genuinely cares for Amy and Lindy. He's tried to do everything right, but life at Heartland has a way of turning even the best intentions into heartbreak. Fans are already debating whether this will be the moment Nathan decides to distance himself from Amy, not because he doesn't love her, but because he respects her too much to make things harder.